Rick Salinger is joining us live this morning in studio because Rick has been investigating Rocky Flats and the new community being built near that place where a nuclear weapons facility once stood. Rick, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Well, good morning, Britt. Nice to be here very early.
I know you're not used to working early, but we're glad to have you. So the first question for you is, you have such a long history with Rocky Flats. How long have you been reporting on it?
Well, Rocky Flats goes back for decades, and so too has my relationship with it over the years. From the protest to the massive environmental cleanup that followed the closure. Now homes, schools, and trails are going up alongside the former facility. We had one key question. How safe is it to live there, to send your children to school there? We asked some home builders, health officials, homeowners, and even the man who led the FBI's raids there years ago. Here's some of what they said. Would you buy a house there or send your children to school so close to Rocky Flats?
I probably would not at this time, no.
Would you be willing to live so close to Rocky Flats?
Yes, I would. Is it safe?
Yeah, of course it is. They'd never get this building on if it wasn't.
It's unfinished business for me. With these residential dwellings and schools in this area, it's not a good idea.
You feel it's safe now?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like it was safe.
Listening to that is fascinating. You have a plethora of opinions from different people. And what folks may not know about you, Rick, is that you started investigating Rocky Flats because you got a tip from someone about improper cleanup of that nuclear site.
Well, yes, Brett. We talked to some of the people involved in the cleanup who claimed that it really wasn't good enough. Some wouldn't show their faces on camera. Others wouldn't even let us see their hands because they signed confidentiality agreements. But they thought it was important to share their concerns with the way the cleanup was conducted.
It was like sending somebody out to take a picture of the sunset with a tape recorder.
Those people don't have a clue because the majority of them came here from California and other places and don't know a darn thing about this.
People wanted their voices heard, but they were afraid to come forward.
Well, they're afraid because they signed these government papers that said you can't talk about this. Oh. Now, tonight at 6, I get into the debate over the Rocky Flats Wildlife Refuge, which borders the new housing development. Some people think that trails on the Rocky Flats site is a bad idea, and there's even a lawsuit trying to stop it, Britt.
So I'm wondering, is the entire site going to be accessible to people so that they can get there and, enjoy the wildlife and all the plants out there?
Well, I think that's the impression that a lot of people have. But the fact is that Rocky Flats is being turned into a national wildlife refuge, but there's a large portion in the middle that'll be kept under the Department of Energy control. This is where the main work with plutonium for these nuclear triggers was done. It's still being tested around there and monitored for safety.
Rick, thank you so much. We truly appreciate your analysis.